Many of us have questions about who we really are.
It feels like a mystery that we're trying to solve.
There's a part of me missing.
Night and day, questioning, who am I?
Wouldn't it be amazing at my age to find out?
Now, amazing advances in DNA technology means questions can be answered for the very first time.
So with any luck, somebody will have taken a DNA test.
A wrong was done to her. It is my duty to make right what she couldn't.
This is the perfect time for the secret to end.
Working with leading geneticists and genealogists, we're going to help people unlock life-changing secrets.
So DNA is really the only way that we can go.
Through the power of a DNA test.
The things you can do now.
Our DNA doesn't lie.
So we have your results back.
But are we ready for the truth? Over 1.5 million women in the UK are single parents. 28-year-old Charlotte's mum was one of them. She passed away before she had the chance to reveal the identity of Charlotte's dad. Hey, Charlotte, I'm Stacey.
Hello, nice to
Are
meet
you
you.
all right?
Yeah, come in.
Is this your nan's place?
Yeah, come through.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, look how glamorous you are. Nice to meet you.
And you? Would you like a drink?
Yeah, look, only if you... Are you putting the kettle on?
Yeah.
Do you know this is my first time in Wigan?
Is it?
Ever.
It'd probably be your last, isn't
No.
it?
So why don't we start with you telling me why do you want to get a DNA test?
So it's just to find out who my father is. My mum never told me who my dad was. I don't know a name, I don't know anything about him. It was just the three of us, me and my mum and my grandma.
Yeah.
Because I've had such support. It wasn't a massive focus in my life, a father, really. Until when I got older, I was more curious of other families having parents, mums, dads.
That's a picture of Charlotte and her mum. That was taken about 12 months before she died.
Your mum beautiful.
My mum passed away when I was younger of cervical cancer. She was 30.
She was 30?
Yes, about 3 weeks before her 30th. We were close.
What was your mum's name?
Louise.
Louise?
Yeah, Louise.
When Louise was diagnosed, we were all totally stunned because they gave her 3 months. And from that, she just said, look, I'm never going to accept this. I'm going to beat it. And she tried her best. 18 months down the line, she was still fighting like mad. And, you know, she was very stoic throughout the whole thing. And she wouldn't have anyone be negative. And during that time, she decided that she was going to do whatever she wanted to, go on holiday. So she took Charlotte to Greece.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was all about creating good memories with her. I remember Greece because my mum taught me to dive. It was just something a bit different to focusing on my mum being ill all the time, like a bit of an escape away from reality, I suppose. She was trying to protect me and not make it so sad. I don't really remember being told that she was not going to be here anymore, but I remember her being ill and not as glamorous with her makeup on all the time as she usually is. I was 9 years of age when she did pass, and I was there till the very end, holding her hand.
So it sounds like the three of you were super tight.
Yeah.
But you and your mum, you never had a conversation about who your dad might be?
No, that was nothing that I was ever brought up. I was obviously too focused on creating memories with her than...
So when your Louise came to you and said, look, Mum, I'm pregnant, did you ask then who's the dad?
I mean, I did try to ask, but the way that we sort of viewed it was that Charlotte belonged to Louise and always would. So we never broached that subject.
And because we've got the three of us, it was more of a strong women's or women. There was never a man in our life, really.
How difficult is it not having the answers?
I think it's quite difficult for me because I want to be an auntie. I want to have a brother. I want to have a sister. Maybe on Christmas Day have a full table and not as lovely as it is being just me and you. It would be nice to have a full table.
I mean, I did try to ask just before Louise died when she was planning her funeral and everything. But she had a laptop and she spent her time creating all these memories and all these things for Charlotte to look at when she was gone. Everything all on this laptop.
Letters to Charlotte?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the laptop was stolen and we lost everything.
Of course, there might have been information on that laptop about who your father is.
I'm sure there was, you know.
God, that's difficult.
Think about it more when it comes to the milestones. So if I was to ever get engaged or anything like that, because I write letters to her still.
Do you?
Yeah, just how I was doing with my day or what I did. I was reading back through what I wrote and there was one where my grandma shouted at me and sent me to my room. So I wrote in it like, I wish she was here because she's being a pain.
Will you write about this to your mum?
Yeah.
Charlotte's just blossomed so much. I'm so proud of her because she's just amazing. She's a beautiful looking girl. She looks just like her mum. She reminds me of her mum, especially her strong will. Louise had a very strong personality. She was always extremely strong. When I found out that she was pregnant, I was really worried. Louise was still quite young, but she was absolutely over the moon. She was overjoyed. It was the making of Louise because that bond was instantaneous. They were so close. I do feel that Louise would support Charlotte in whatever she wanted to do because of that strength within Louise would have said, listen, if this is what you feel you need to do, go ahead and do it. At the end of all of it, she will be okay because she's tried and she's done something that she wanted to do, and a mum would be proud of her.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. That's so kind. Perfect. Do not let me have any more biscuits. You have them. So listen, your nan sounds like you two have such an amazing relationship, really.
Yeah. She's had to give up quite a lot of her life. She raised her own children and then she's had to raise me as well.
But also, you know, it's obvious that you're really special to her.
Yeah.
And did you feel nervous asking your nan about your dad?
A bit, yeah. Because I didn't want her to feel like that she wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I didn't want her to feel like, well, you've got me, why do you need anyone else? But she understands that.
And you're an adult now, you know what I mean? Like, you're 28. If this is something you want to do,
yeah,
I think you have to go for it.
Curiosity's got the better of me, I think.
Yeah.
Who am I? Who could my dad be? Does he know who I am? Be nice to have all those questions answered and not think about that.
And it's, you know, it's completely natural to want to know who made you.
Yeah.
Over 90% of the DNA queries Churi receives are searching for missing fathers. Today, Charlotte is hoping she may be able to help trace the identity of her dad.
Hi. Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So how can I help you?
I've just been looking for information on my dad and my ancestry, who I am, who my family is, because at the moment it's just me and my grandma.
So you are not in an unusual position. So people looking for their biological fathers is incredibly common. I have people contacting me all the time about it. And we know there's 2.5 million children being raised in households where there isn't a father figure. And around 200,000 children are being raised by grandparents and other relatives. So you are definitely not on your own here.
I was brought up with my grandma since I was very young, so she's been my mum, my dad. She's been all figures.
So is this something you've talked about with her recently? Is she behind you on this?
She was the one that suggested it, of finding out more information.
She sounds like she's been a great support.
Yeah, she's not bad.
So do you know anything about the background of your biological father?
No, nothing.
Are you expecting him to be sort of white British, or do you have...
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, really. My mum was very pale, but
Okay.
me and my grandma are quite tan, so I don't...
Yeah. We're going to be looking to where you're getting matches in particular parts of the world. So it gives you, you know, a general area. So we should be able to give you a pretty good idea as to where your biological father is from. So what we can do in a case like yours is we can take your DNA, and from that what we can do is build family trees and then see if we can trace who your biological father is. Another thing to consider is that, you know, we may find matches. We may even be able to work out who your biological father was, but he may have passed away or may not want any contact.
It would be slightly disappointing, but it's nothing that I've not been through since I was very young, so it wouldn't be changing anything. It just, at least then I know I've explored all options and done everything I can.
Yeah. I'm really hopeful that we can help you, and I will see you in a few months' time.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
With no additional information to help, Roie and the team must rely on Charlotte's DNA sample to try and discover the identity of her father. During World War II, the number of babies born outside of marriage doubled. 66-year-old Roie found out recently that her mother had a secret child during the war that she placed for adoption. I'm Stacey.
Darling.
Right? Yes. Nice to see you. You look lovely.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Look at your slippers.
It's because it's my birthday.
It's not your... Today! It's your birthday! Oh my God, happy birthday! Have you got any birthday plans?
Well, I'll probably go out for a meal later on.
Nice. With your pals or...?
Just my friend Susan.
Nice,
It's my dancing partner. Hence the dancing queen shoes.
Oh, well, look! So, Roie, talk me through what your DNA question looks like. Why do you want to take a test?
So, it all starts 2006. Unfortunately, my mother died.
Okay.
And to grieve, I took my 2 sons to Canada, took her ashes, and we went and visited all my cousins in Canada. And the last cousin I visited was my cousin Wilfred. And he said, you know your mother's secret? What?
Your ears prick up.
Yeah. And I said, what's my mother's secret? And he said she had a child during the war. And it was adopted. And so my whole world went into freefall. But then I had to sort of verify this information. And luckily my aunt was still alive, my mother's older sister. And I went to see her and I sort of said, is this true? And she said, yes. She was sent to a mother and baby unit, which was where young fallen women were sent to have their babies that were then subsequently adopted.
Do you know this as fact, or is this an educated guess?
I know that from my aunt.
That's the only information we have.
Yeah. My first thought was, I must find this child. And because I've always been the sort of one to try and make things right, I felt it was so important. During the Second World War, my mother was a pharmacist assistant. I've subsequently found out after her death that while my mother was working at the pharmacy, that she was a sort of like a dispatch rider, and she would take messages around at night for the war effort. So you can imagine this young, vibrant woman meeting somebody, maybe in the hospital, maybe from the RAF base. I hope that it was en grande passion. I hope that she met a man that she fell in love with and they had a massive affair, and this is the result.
Why do you think your mother never told you about this sibling?
My ancestry is Quakers.
Okay.
A very, very strict Victorian family. She had a child out of wedlock. And that was just not done in those days.
For such judgment, wasn't
Absolutely.
it? Yeah. Maybe she wrongly felt shame.
That is what I feel that she was made to feel.
Yeah.
It is a dirty little secret. So how did she deal with that all of her life?
Your heart breaks for her, what your mum went through.
Absolutely.
Are you all right to show me a couple of photos?
Yeah, of course, I would love to, yeah.
Yeah,
Should
let's
we
have a
go?
nose. Is it heavy?
Yeah, it is. It's not all digitalised.
I like the actual photos
Yeah.
themselves.
This is my mum, I think, at 20.
20 there, is she?
So this would have been before all of this would have happened.
She's gorgeous there.
Yeah. She had a 22-inch waist, not sort of anything.
Did she?
Yeah.
Can't relate. Cannot relate at this moment, or any moment, actually.
That is my grandmother.
That's your mum's mum?
That's it. You can see, I know it's this Quaker, sternness, Victorian thing. She doesn't look very forgiving, does she?
She's sort of seemingly quite straight-laced.
Yeah.
You know, the buttons done right up, immaculate.
Yeah.
So why do you feel like, I've got to go for this? It's non-negotiable.
My mother having a child out of wedlock was not on their agenda. It is my duty to make right what she couldn't. A wrong was done to her, and I want to put it right.
You feel that?
Oh, God.
Like
so
it's a responsibility?
Yeah, totally.
Sort of sat on your shoulders?
Yeah, I've got to do this.
Like 10% of all people who take a DNA test, Roie is hoping she might be able to find a half-sibling.
Come on in. Come sit down.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, darling.
So how can I help you? What would you like to know?
So what I'm looking for is a sibling.
Okay.
I don't know whether it's a boy or girl, just that my mother was 21. So that's all I've got to go on, darling.
In cases like this, where you're looking for a half-sibling, it needs to be them or a close relative of them who's on the database. So we would be looking for somebody who is sharing about 25% of your DNA, or if they've had a child, then it's about 12.5%, and so on. It halves on average as it goes down through the generations. So that is what we're going to be keeping our eyes out for. Comes completely down to luck. Who's taken a DNA test already? It is going to be quite a long shot. But we will also use an adoption support agency. And what they can try and do is go back through the adoption records. But that could potentially be a little bit tricky to do because we don't know what the name was of the child. Sometimes people didn't use their own names when children were put up for adoption. So what sort of year are we talking here?
And my mother was 21, so that would be 1943.
So it's helpful to think about what may have happened to your sibling. So we're assuming that they've been put up for adoption And it was just at this time that adoption legislation was coming in. So although adoption was made legal in 1926, it was only in the early 1940s this starts to become more regulated. So it's just around this time that your mum would have been putting this sibling up for adoption. It may mean that it's actually quite difficult to trace because it's just at this crossover period between this rather haphazard way of doing adoption into this more regulated way of doing adoption.
This was a lot of war babies.
Absolutely. 1946, 21,000 babies adopted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it's after the regulations. Because it could have been, somebody suggested, because at Quaker they do private adoptions.
Indeed. That could also be the case, and particularly if it's pre-1943, there may not be any documentation around it at all. Okay, we will get to work on that right away.
Yeah.
Roie and the team will now analyse Roie's DNA to look for any matches and search through adoption records. It's been 3 months since Charlotte took a DNA test to try and reveal any information about the identity of her father.
Rachel's like my sister, and she's always been there for me. We're really close.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
Before her results, Charlotte's best friend since childhood, Rachel, has come round to offer some moral support.
Where do you want to go then?
I'm feeling cocktails.
Okay, we'll just go find somewhere nice.
You nervous?
A bit. I suppose the only thing that would be a little bit upsetting would be if he or any family members that I do have don't want to know. Like, they're not interested, or they've got their own family and they don't really want to know about me.
It'd be their loss then, wouldn't it?
I know.
Okay. You always have me, you know that. Doesn't matter what happens, like, you still got us. We're still your family, like, if you find anything, it's just a bonus, do you know what I mean?
Don't be upset if I get another sister.
I won't be upset if you get another sister. Ain't nobody replacing me.
I know.
It doesn't matter what the outcome is, we'll go for cocktails, we'll be fine.
Yes.
We'll just carry on.
You think I'm doing the right thing?
I think so. I think it's... You're at a time now in your life where you are settled, aren't you? But you want that. You want the answer.
Yeah.
And you deserve the answer. So I do think you are doing the right thing for you. Do you know what I mean? And you have to do it.
Yeah. It is difficult not knowing my father, but I'm not upset with the decision my mum to not tell me, because I was more focused on what I do have, not what I don't have. I've had such support from my grandma and my mum, but I just want to find out if I've got more family.
After a lifetime of knowing nothing about her dad, Charlotte and her nan Pam are hoping Roie and the team will finally be able to reveal his identity.
Good luck. Thank you.
Hi, Charlotte, come on in.
Hi.
Come sit down. It's lovely to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, so when you first came, it was because you wanted to find out about your biological father.
Yeah, correct.
And it may well have been that your mum planned to tell you at some point when you were older.
Yeah.
But was never able to do that.
Yeah.
So you didn't have any information, no name.
Nothing.
Nothing. So this is where DNA can really come into its own. So first things first is we take your DNA and we upload it to the databases. And we're trying to see if we can get any clues as to where your biological father might be from. And he had really similar ancestry to your mum. Your ancestry on that side, it's all coming from northwest England, sort of Blackpool, Lancashire, all of that area is where all of your ancestors come from.
She was a shame it's not more exotic. Blackfield.
But yeah, from where your mum's from. So then what we're doing is we're looking to see who are your DNA matches. And then the ones that we don't recognize as coming from your mum's side, we can start to home in on those and see if we can start to work out who your biological father is. And what the team was able to do was trace a family tree. And they went all the way back, nearly 200 years.
It's long.
Yeah. So after all of that work, building this tree, looking at the DNA matches and birth, marriage, and death records, we were able to find your grandparents on your biological father's side.
Oh, okay.
So we know they were a couple. They were Donald and Joyce.
Okay.
And they're from Lancashire.
Oh, okay.
So then obviously what we want to know is who are their children? And we could see they had just one child. And he was born in the early 1960s. And his name is Stephen. And we have traced him.
I didn't think they'd find anything. It's nice to know a name.
Yeah. He's alive and well. He lives up in the northwest.
Oh, okay. It would be interesting to know if he had other children as well, because I think that was a big thing that I wanted to know if I had any brothers or sisters.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be an auntie one day, but
So we know he's an only child, and he hasn't had any children himself. You're his only child.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Couldn't hold my feelings back, but I'm sure. It's a shock.
Yeah.
Not knowing any information, I've not known a name or anything, and having my mum and my grandma for as stable like figures in my life for so long, it's strange to know that there's someone else that shares my DNA. I couldn't imagine having another parent.
It is a lot to take in all at once, especially because you've had this for so long.
Yeah.
Not knowing.
Never thought I'd know anything. I've always wondered, so it's just the last piece, I suppose, of the puzzle of who I am, really.
I know you're going to go and see Stacey now, and she has a little bit more information for you.
Thank you. Oh. You're right. Yeah. Shock. Yeah, they found who he was.
Hi. Hiya, ladies, all right?
Hi.
How are you, Charlotte?
Yeah, well, I'm okay.
Okay. I think.
I think.
All right, Pam.
Yes,
Good to
I'm
see
fine.
ya. You said I'm okay, I think.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Which is perfectly understandable because you've just been told who your father is for the first time.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling?
Okay, just weird to even just know a name.
And had you prepared yourself, you know, that we would be able to tell you?
Sorry.
No, please, Charlotte, please don't say sorry. You have been so level-headed throughout this entire thing, you know?
I said I hope I don't cry.
It would be bizarre if you didn't feel emotional.
Yeah.
And completely overwhelmed because we found out who your dad is.
Yeah.
And you've never known that.
It's going to take a while for it to sink in.
Yeah.
We have been in contact with your biological father. You came as a bit of a surprise, so I think he is shocked, but I think he just wants to take his time, as you probably do.
Yeah.
Try and work out where to go from here, which I actually think is super sensible.
I already got it in my head that you wouldn't find anything, or that if you did, he wouldn't want to know.
Yeah, I think it was a big shock for him, and we don't know exactly how he feels yet. He wasn't closed to contact.
Yeah.
But I think he did need time to process it. How do you think you'd like to proceed?
I don't know. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to say, really.
Probably take some time to let it sink in and see how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this was the right thing to do?
Yeah. Well, if I didn't open the box, then I would never know. So I've always been curious and wanted to find out some information.
Pam, how are you feeling? Because really you've been the rock throughout Charlotte's life.
I was hoping that, you know, she would find out who her dad was. She's at least got some answers.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's important to her, really.
For once, I don't know what to say.
That's unusual, believe me.
I don't know. Strange.
It's not strange, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot.
You've done it now.
Yeah.
More than 30 million people worldwide have undergone genetic testing to try and find out more about their ancestry. 53-year-old Elvis has extremely limited knowledge about his mother's and father's backgrounds.
Hello, Stacey.
How are you? All right?
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Hello,
Oh, hello. All right. I'm Stacey.
Hi,
How
I'm
do you do?
Karen.
So how long have you two been together?
10.5 years.
Oh, okay. How did you meet?
Through friends. I happened to be round there, he came round.
And then our boiler went down.
And then my boiler went down.
I know just the person who can help me out. Wow, and the rest is history.
The rest is history, yeah.
Amazing.
And we've been together ever since.
Incredible. Oh. Right. So why take a DNA test? What are you hoping to find out?
What I'd like to know, really, is the family ancestry, a bit of history. I don't actually know anything about my family on my mum's side or my dad's side. I don't know where my bloodline is. I know I'm British, I know I'm South London, I know that, I feel that, but I don't feel my ancestry. I've never met my father. On my mother's side, we met a few cousins and uncles when we was little, but that was about it. So that's as much information as I've got.
What do you know about your dad? Do you know anything?
I don't even know his name. I have been told that he was from Nigeria.
Okay.
But I don't actually know he's Nigerian.
So you knew who your mother was?
Yes, the picture over there, look. That's her.
Oh, that's your mum, is it?
That's my mother. She died in 1999. She was a really sort of radiant person, so when she walked into the room, the whole room just used to turn around. She came over from Dominica. She was 17.
She came over here on her own?
Yeah.
How brave, my gosh.
She met my father, become pregnant. And then she had me when she was 17. Then they sort of drifted apart. So I don't know what happened to their relationship. And then my sister came along 3.5 years later with a different partner. My mother wasn't very good in keeping in touch with her family, so the church was really her life. Eventually she became a reverend. She could basically preach wherever she wanted to. We used to just stand in the middle of the square, and then my mum used to start preaching. We had the church. They were our family.
Why do you think now, Elvis, is the right time?
I was born a twin, and my twin survived 3 days. Last year, I tried to find where he was buried. And then I thought to myself, right, I owe it to him to find out our bloodline.
Did you ever ask your mum, who's my dad?
My mother was quite a secretive person. She didn't want to talk about any of that kind of, or any of her past. I don't have many regrets, right, but one of my main regrets is, and when my mother was dying, I could have asked her then, but those sort of questions didn't really come into my mind, because, you know, you're dealing with watching your parent die, and the last thing you want to do is asking intrusive questions that she's buried.
I get it, though, because, you know, you just want to make sure she feels comfy and, you know, in her last moments, you don't want to rock the boat.
I kicked myself, though, because I would have had something. Just even a name would have been a starting point. When I used to come down as a boy, we used to get onto all these piers, fish off them. We used to climb over this, like, 15-foot fence.
You're lucky you didn't break your back.
I know. It was a bit dangerous, but...
So this is really your stomping ground, isn't it?
Yeah, well, as I've got older, I've moved around London, and the place I really missed is here. Is good old Father Thames. I love being down there.
So it sounds to me like, really, you know, you're from South East London, you're a South Londoner, but there are other parts of you and your ancestry that you want to know more about.
I like to have this missing hole filled by finding out exactly where on the world map my father comes from and where my mum's bloodline comes from.
Is any part of you nervous, apprehensive?
Well, the only thing that's not apprehensive and nervous is my little toes.
OK. Feels huge.
Yeah, it's massive. It's massive.
And do you know, I think that's to be expected. I think it'd be odd if you didn't feel cautious. Because you're in your 50s now and you're really starting to tackle this head on. What will this give you?
Well, see, look, closure is going to be the wrong word, because this isn't about closure, this is about expansion. So this will make my life expand, won't it?
After a lifetime of knowing so little about his family background, Elvis is hoping that Roie and her team can finally give him some answers.
It's lovely to meet you. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So how can I help you?
I'd like you to help me find my ancestry on the mother's side and from my dad's side.
So what do you know so far?
Not really a lot, I'll be honest with you. My mum was from Dominica, but I haven't really met much of my mother's family, so I don't actually know my heritage on that side.
Okay. So what do you know about your biological father?
I've been told that he's Nigerian, and he came over in the 60s to study. He met my mother and then disappeared.
So you know your mum's from the Caribbean, and your dad potentially being Nigerian. I mean,
We think.
We
don't
think,
know.
yes, exactly. So Nigeria is an incredibly interesting country. There's over 250 ethnic groups, huge number of languages. It became a British colony in 1914 and didn't even get its independence until 1960. So you had people coming over, they would be educated here, they would go back. So we know in 1960, for example, there were over 10,000 African students here on scholarships, and more would have been privately funded. One thing to consider is that if he did go back, we know that in 1967, civil war broke out. This was the Biafran War, and we know that there were 100,000 military casualties. And some records estimate 2 million Biafrans died.
Okay.
So it could well be that if he went back, he may not have survived the war.
I've sort of resigning myself to the fact that he could be dead.
Yeah.
But I like to identify where I come from, basically. And this process will give me some kind of identification.
So when we take your DNA, what happens is the DNA computers takes your DNA and it chops it up into little fragments, and then it goes, right, where in the database, who in the database is this matching, and where's this person from? And so you'll get percentages that are kind of averages about where you're getting those matches. What you're likely to find is you'll get matches that go to particular regions of the world, and that's the sort of thing that we're going to be looking at.
At the minute, I've got no information. Whatever outcome is going to be helpful.
Although human DNA is nearly identical from person to person, there are small differences called variants, which will help Roie and her team determine Elvis's ancestry. It's been 4 months since Roie had her DNA tested in the hope of finding her half-sibling.
I have this brother or sister out there somewhere. I want to know them and find out what else we have in common, whether we look the same, whether they laugh like drains, all those silly little nuances that we have in our lives that we do. This person is part of me. I couldn't go through my life without trying to find this lost part of my family and let them know that they are loved.
Before she gets her results, Roie and her best friend Susan have gone away to a dinner and dancing weekend.
You choose what you're going to wear tonight. That's quite nice, yeah, quite nice. You could do something with your hair.
Something wrong with my hair?
Brush would help.
This is my Debbie Harry look.
What's Debbie Harry?
Bunty.
Oh, right. Okay.
Or the drag through the hedge backwards look.
Yeah, it looks lovely. Thank you. So what's happening with you then, lovely, eh?
No, I'm fine, sweetheart.
Eh?
I'll manage.
I know you laugh quite a lot, and I know that hides all your feelings. But how do you feel seriously, you know, without all the laughter?
It's daunting.
Thank you.
It's so bloody daunting, because it's just massive. But I am doing the right thing, aren't I?
Absolutely. You're definitely doing the right thing. Just enjoy the journey.
I'm almost sure my mother never forgot this child that she gave up. And I know in my heart that I have to square off this circle. She couldn't do it. She died taking that secret with her, but I feel it's my duty to honour her and my sibling to put it all right.
Good luck. I'm with you. Oh, I'm with you. Right behind you, darling.
Okay.
Hello, come on in. Have a seat.
Exciting.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Good. Yeah. When you came to us the first time, your question was about a half-sibling. Your aunt had told you that she thought your mum had had a baby a few years before you were born.
Yes.
When she was about 21 years
That's
old.
right, yes.
So these are really difficult cases. Obviously, we can use the DNA route, but that is always a bit of a long shot, because to find somebody like a half-sibling, it either has to be them or a close relative of theirs who's already, coincidentally, on the database for us to be able to find them. So I can tell you that we didn't get any DNA matches at all. Yeah. So I'm really sorry we couldn't find a match that way. And believe me, I checked again this morning. Just on the off chance.
Yeah.
So what the team set out to do was to examine birth records where the registration didn't list a maiden name. So it's essentially a single mum. They were doing that for a time period when your mum would have been 21, either when she's pregnant or when she would have given birth, so across this time period. And they're looking to see whether on any of them your mum's name is there. And they ordered 84 such birth certificates. And they couldn't find anything. One thing to really remember, though, is that you have done something really amazing. You're on the database already.
Yeah.
So somebody who's been adopted may not know they're adopted. So it could be in the future, if this person is out there, it could be that it's them or one of their kids or grandkids that goes on it. And they'll pop up and you'll see them. So the fact that you're open to being in contact will be really big for them.
Thank you. But it was a long shot to start with.
It's a long shot.
With so little information.
It is. But yeah, I always say give it time.
Thank you so much, darling.
No, you're welcome.
Hi, darling.
You're right, Rogie.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Rogie.
Yeah.
Here she is. How are you feeling?
Okay. Yeah. I had this feeling this morning that there would be nothing. But we've gone as far as we can go at the moment. We'll just have to wait and see if jury finds something. But I'm very grateful for everybody who's worked so hard.
It's a total pleasure, and I know Churi really tried her best. You know, sometimes we just don't get lucky, and it's really frustrating because I know this is something that you've been thinking about for a really long time.
Yeah. So, but I feel less burdened by it.
Good.
Because I've done everything I could do.
That's true.
We haven't got the happy ending at the moment,
But
we might.
So no regrets.
Oh no, absolutely none.
Good.
Absolutely none. And I'm really pleased that I've done what I've done.
Good.
So we'll just wait and see what happens next.
Okay. It's been 3 months since Elvis took a DNA test to try and find out more about his ancestry.
Growing up, I always had this sort of hollowness inside me. Is my father Nigerian? I don't know. And I don't actually know anything about my family on my mum's side either. Feels like I'm more equipped emotionally and mentally to go on this process, whereas in the past, I sort of wasn't quite there yet. But I'm now more comfortable in my own skin. So because of that, I feel like now's the right time. Alison is my younger half-sister. She's actually quite a positive, steady influence in my life.
My brother and I have the same mother, but different fathers. Recently, in the last few years, I've been aware of, it's like an ache to know his origins, where there may be pain, where there may be loss. It makes sense to dig a little deeper and find out a little bit more about oneself. I'm really proud of him. It's very courageous to do this.
All right, geezer.
Yo, sis, what's going on? How you going?
Do you want a cuppa? I'm not arrogant, I just happen to be perfect.
I tell you, you want to cross out the knot? I'm perfect. So change it for me and I'll drink out of it. So, yeah, I'll be getting my results soon.
What's that feel like?
No, I'm starting to feel a little bit apprehensive now.
Like regret?
No, not regret. No, just coming to fruition, isn't it? It's starting to get a little bit, you know, scary.
What's scary about it?
You know, obviously now I'm comfortable in my own skin. But when I was growing up as a teenager, not knowing who my father was impacted me quite a lot, my confidence, self-confidence and self-esteem, I would have said. It's not so much about finding my dad, it's about finding my bloodline, you know, because I've always had that kind of emptiness. Yeah, what part of the world I'm actually come from. It's a deep feeling not knowing a parent.
I'm excited to find out what DNA's going to say about our mum. I'd love to know more about her. We know so little.
I know absolutely nothing. So if Mum's still alive, right, we would know much more because I'm old enough now to ask those questions.
Yeah, I feel like that. When someone I know's parents die, I'm like, make sure you ask them as many questions about their past and your childhood as you can, because it's gone, isn't it?
All right, so if Mum was alive now, what do you think her reaction would be when I approached her to say that I'm going to start this DNA process?
I'd like to think she'd say, let me tell you everything.
I think she would. No, I think she would.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think
I really
she
would like to think she would have said that.
I think she would. I do. I could be Ghanaian. I could be Barbadian. I don't know, do I?
Our mum did it with the Ghanaian postman and told you he was a Nigerian prince. Is that what you're saying? I think you've done a courageous thing doing this.
Yeah.
I think it's brave, and I'm proud of you.
With a very limited understanding of his mother's or father's ancestry, Elvis is hoping Chori and her team can shed some light on his questions. Joining him for his results is partner Karen.
Hello, how are you? How are you, Chori?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Okay, so when you first came, you were interested in finding out about your ancestry. And you really didn't know much at all. So we took your DNA, and what we do is we upload it to the DNA databases. So these are worldwide databases. So what we found was that there were a little bit more than 70 matches on your biological father's side and over 700 matches on your mum's side. So in terms of saying something about your ancestry and whether or not your biological father was Nigerian, DNA really comes into its own. So you come back as over 80% Nigerian. He says, well...
80% Nigerian? I'm shocked. 80% from two parents.
50% of your DNA is coming from your dad.
Yeah.
Your dad is Nigerian. 50% is coming from your biological mom.
Yeah, that's right.
So we know your mom is from Dominica. And Dominica's part of the Caribbean. You're getting little matches in Bermuda and the Bahamas. We know that people in the Caribbean are quite possibly going to have a percentage of Nigerian ancestry. And that's because of the slave trade.
I know.
Yeah. So because we know there were 5 million Africans who were brought over as part of the slave trade, and about half of those came to the British Caribbean islands. So we know that people in the Caribbean are going to have Nigerian ancestry. It looks like at some point, some of your mum's side came from Nigeria.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
There's a little bit more.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
All right.
We were getting a lot of matches on your mum's side.
Okay.
And we could start to build up a little tree on that side, so we can see that your maternal grandmother went by the name of Nicey, which probably means her
I've heard that name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably short for Eunice.
Yeah, I've heard that name.
And she was married to a man called Charles Reginald Goodrich.
God. Charles Reginald Goodrich.
How's that for a name?
Okay.
Sounds like that's hit something.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. That's amazing. Obviously, I changed my name. Right, so my biological name was Alexander Reginald Goodrich.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's your granddad.
I have. Wow. Wow. Jesus.
Yeah. I think it's lovely sometimes when you see these names come down through family.
Yeah, but I've got all of it. Yeah, it's touched my heart. Yeah, definitely.
It was an absolute pleasure to meet you,
And to meet you.
Reginald.
Yeah. That's very funny. See you later.
Lovely to
See you
meet
again.
you.
See you. I'm 80% Nigerian.
Oh, wow.
80.
Amazing.
Elvis,
You all right?
how are you?
How's it going?
Get comfy. Hello, Karen.
Hello, how are you? Yeah.
Good to see you both.
You all right?
How did that go with Roie?
Yeah, it was a mind blower, actually.
Yeah? And actually, you're over 80%
I'm over
Nigerian.
80% Nigerian. I know. That was a shock.
Right.
And to find that I was actually named after my grandfather, it's just blown my head.
Bit of a curveball.
It was, definitely a curveball, yeah. I just love Reginald. I've always loved the name Reggie.
Yeah.
It's mad, isn't it? Now I found out that I'm named after my granddad, and I was like, yeah, I'm just like blown away.
Special.
Yeah.
It suggests that your mother maybe held her father in sort of high regard, you know, and she's named her boy after her dad.
When you're named after someone else in your family, I feel honoured. I really like it. I really like that. So it's touching.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I haven't cried. I'll say that to when I'm on the train.
Yes.
After my third vodka.
That's it.